I will be presenting an introduction to chemistry, and in this introduction I will be mainly focusing on two things.
Hello.
The first will be what chemistry is and how it affects our daily lives, and the second thing is what matter is and how it's classified. So what is chemistry? Well, first of all, chemistry is a science that deals with the structure of matter and with transformation of matter. And with the transformation of matter is the same thing as saying chemical reactions. And don't worry, like I said, I'll go into what matter is later on. So how does chemistry affect our lives? Chemistry is responsible for developing and improving our daily lives through many things. For example, as you can see here, thanks to chemistry, we've been able to develop various types of drugs and medicines for many types of illnesses. We've been able to make fertilizers to grow crops and other plants. And we have fuel to power our cars and airplanes and any other form of transportation. So what is matter? Well, to put it briefly, matter is everything that has mass and occupies space in the universe. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Everything from galaxies and stars, planets, everything from the largest things in the universe to the smallest things. All of that is matter. So now we're going to look at how matter is classified. There are three main classifications for matter. The first is solids, liquids, and gases. And just to clarify, all of these things are the same compound. These are all water, but there are different forms of water. One is solid, liquid, and gas. First, we're going to look at solids. There are three main characteristics that all of these classifications have. The first, for solid, is that it has a definite shape, and that's due to the fact that there are strong forces in the molecules in solids that binds them together. They form a certain pattern, and therefore they also have a definite mass and a definite volume. As you can see here, assuming this is an ice cube put in a container, it holds a shape because the molecules are strongly binded together, and therefore it also has a fixed volume. And I just want to point out that it does not take the form of its container, it keeps its own shape. The second classification, liquids. Liquids do not hold a definite shape. Even though the molecules and atoms and liquids do have some force working between them, that force isn't strong enough to hold a pattern between them. So the molecules are free to move around one another, and therefore they end up taking the shape of their container. But they do have a definite mass and a definite volume. As you can see here, it takes the shape of the container, it has a free surface, and fixed volume. And lastly, we're going to look at gases. Gases do not have a definite shape, and that's because gas molecules are free to move around in any direction, and they occupy the shape of whatever container they're in. They have no definite mass since they're not strongly binded together, and they have no definite volume. As you can see here, all the gas molecules are just bouncing around everywhere. They're not holding any certain shape, rigid shape, or volume. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you learned something. The end.